We know sport is full of money, and when it comes to exhibition matches, it is the cash involved that gets them off the ground. But that's what makes it even more annoying if the event falls flat. When Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul, 65 million people streamed it on Netflix, but many people complained of buffering and freezing, and the fight itself wasn't that great either. So fans got shortchanged, while Tyson and Paul took home around $60 million between them. Another one with a huge prize pot was Tiger versus Phil in 2018. That had £9 million. But again, the pay-per-view had streaming issues. Miking up the players was an anticlimax too.
All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening.
Good evening and welcome to the Sports Bar and talkSPORT. I'm Jamie O'Hara. In over there, Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen Plan A?
Yeah.
Tell them about Plan A in a second.
Plan A, yeah.
In the frame.
Went out the window. Did
Plan A.
we dare and did we do? We've done some daring and some doing.
That time we did a bit daring and a bit doing.
Big night Premier League action live on talkSPORT. What have I just witnessed? St James's Park 2-2 between Spurs and Newcastle. That penalty, the game is gone. It's got him in headlock. Absolute shambles from VAR. Christian Romero, I'll hang my hat on you, son. Well done. 03 717 22 33 44. Elsewhere, we just seen the game of the season between Fulham and Man City. Wow, 5-4. What are they doing? Pep Guardiola's side nearly threw it away. Cleared one off the line in the last minute. Erling Haaland broke the record. The least amount of games to reach 100 Premier League goals. Is he the best player in the Premier League, in the world? Oh, and, you know, have we ever seen? I see Troy Deeney saying Thierry Henry. I probably agree with him on that one. Loads to go out, though. Get involved in this show. We want to hear from you. Everton win tonight as well after a poor display against Newcastle, but they're back with a big performance. 1-0 win against Bournemouth. They fell off a cliff. Don't know what's going on there. 03 717 22 33 44. Ruined the show, didn't I? Ruined the show, the boys.
So, in the
Plan A,
in the
out the window.
So, has anyone got retired last night? Because I got bored of doing Spurs. Three in like a week.
Yeah.
And like you taken when the fun stopped, and the fun has stopped. I'm not getting enjoyment out of it. But I've got to tell you,
You was all
it looked
gearing
like
up.
Spurs are going to get beat again.
You was all ready for it.
And the lads behind the scenes was doing a package.
The package is coming out.
Clown music.
They're getting the clown ready, the violin, everything's getting ready. They can't wait, the boys, to come in here and see me squirm.
And then Spurs equalised.
And then Romero, the big captain, pops up.
And then there's the penalty.
Oh, the penalty.
O'Hara's turned it to grunt. Honestly, like a big bear with a sore head walking around the office. Game gone. I don't like football anymore. It's gone. Shambles. We're punching death.
Oh, head was gone. Head was gone. You know, I've got a load of gooners in the office. I've got you as a Chelsea fan, and I've got everyone else behind me.
Plan A was back on the table.
Yeah, everyone just like can't wait to see me coming in and, lose my head. Right? But Romero gets us out of trouble. He nicks us a point, and fair play to him because he needed a big performance he produced. But that penalty decision, mate, that is a disgrace. That is honestly one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. Spurs, every time we take a corner, someone's tussling in a box with Romero or Danso, we're having to deal with it. You see it any level, every game, every week, all over the country. But no, Spurs, Dan Burns got him in a headlock. I don't know what Bentancur's meant to do. All right, you say, he's not looking at the ball. He's not. Well, he's got him in a headlock.
I happen to think the VAR does not need to get involved in that one, right? And I heard Troy and I heard Sam doing the comms saying it's definitely penalty. The problem you've got is Bentancur don't look at the ball. He don't look at it once. And that puts him... It's not a good look, Jay. You can't not look at the ball. And if you can't win the ball.
It's man and ball defending from a corner, right? Isn't it?
But you've got to be able to see the ball.
You're trying to watch your man, and you're trying to see the ball, but you mark your man. But, he hasn't got the opportunity to look at the ball when the ball comes in because Dan Burn has him in a headlock.
No, he doesn't have him in a headlock.
He does.
No, he doesn't have him in a headlock. Jay, He's not got him in a headlock. Look, do you want me to put you in a headlock, right? And I'll show what a headlock looks like.
No chance put me in a
Get round that neck.
It's a terrible decision, mate.
I thought it was soft.
Soft?
I thought it was soft. I agree with you. But the problem you've
Disgusting.
got... But I don't know which one the VAR got to get involved in. I know Troy and Sam, it was under a penalty. I'm not convinced that VAR
Clear and obvious. Clear and obvious.
No, but...
That's what we're looking at.
The problem here's the thing. Bentancur doesn't look at the ball once. Not once does he look at the ball.
He has him in a headlock.
And he doesn't get him in a headlock.
Jace.
It's not a headlock, mate.
The ball comes in.
It's not.
And Dan Burn has got his elbow over the top of Bentancur.
Why is Bentancur sniffing his armpit? Why is he doing that?
Well, because he's marking him, and then Dan Burn gets over the top of him. So Bentancur can't do anything with his head.
Tell you why.
Because it's under Dan Burn's armpit.
Okay, he put it there.
Whether he puts it there or not, Dan Burn climbs over him. He gets his arm on top of him.
No,
he gets him in
it's immaterial
right?
now, mate.
It's not clear and obvious. That is not what we need in the game. It's a terrible decision.
I agree with
it's
that.
Shocking from VAR, and they're ruining football.
I don't think VAR needs to get involved there. Go with on-field decision. I don't think it was as clear-cut. I don't think it's one of those where it's a blatant penalty. Troy, however, and Sam were adamant, right? Absolutely adamant it was. So there you go. There's the split, right?
I can't believe Troy Deeney can sit there and say that should be a penalty. I've seen Troy Deeney in a box. Let me tell you, mate, he gets sent off every week. So he can't start saying, "Oh yeah, that's a penalty."
It's terrible. But it's terrible defending from Bentancur. You've got to be able to see the ball. All he was doing, right? His only job was to stop Dan Burn. And the problem you've got with that is if Dan Burn gets a little run on you, all of a sudden starts to muscle you, and you don't let go, you're in trouble.
Mate, tussles happen in the box
all the time.
Every single game.
All the time. But look at the ball. Look at the ball.
You can't. You give a penalty every game. If we're talking about pushing and shoving in and around the penalty spot, there's so many times that you can go. That's a pen. That's a pen. But that's part and parcel of defending in the box from a corner.
But look at the ball. He's not. He isn't interested in the ball.
Regardless. Yeah. Massive point in the end for Spurs.
It was a massive point. Newcastle
get something from it.
Yeah, Huff and Puff started all right. Newcastle Spurs looked like they were struggling to get the game going, and they had moments. Spurs when it went 1-0, you didn't feel Spurs had it in them to get back.
No.
I thought it was a question. When's the next goal coming from?
No, we looked okay. There was times when we had the ball, but we don't do anything with it. I mean, we have good possession and we pass it. And then when there's the opportunity to then go and run into the space or, get out a full-back, we go back, it ends up back at Vicario, and then we give it away. And it's like, come on, lads. Like, I get it, build up, and you're away from home, you want to keep the ball ticking over. But when the opportunity's there to go and have a go at someone, go and do it. Brennan Johnson, I mean, he's had an opportunity to play again tonight. And it's just like, when I see him play for Wales, he gets it, he drives, he gets shots away, he hits the target. Plays for Spurs every time he gets up. Troy Deeney, every time he makes a decision, he makes the wrong one. And it's like, come on, lads. Like, I get we're playing away from home. And look, we'll take the point and we move on. Romero, that's a captain's performance from him. And that's why, he is the captain because he stepped up in a big way tonight.
What about his over kick? I mean,
Ronaldo-esque.
Ronaldo apologised.
Ronaldo scored that goal. We'll be talking about it for decades.
Come on, that was halfway down the shin, that one.
Oh, the old Shinola, wasn't it?
Bounced 3 times. The ball literally said, sorry, I've got to go in.
Yeah, it's in.
I've got to. Don't want to go in, but I've got to.
Found its way in the net. I'll take it. Look,
of course you'll take it.
It's not the best performance I've ever seen. But we never really get anything away from home. St James's Park's a hard place to go. I think they'll be disappointed that they don't win the game. They were on top. They had opportunities. I think they were a bit lacklustre as well in terms when they were getting in good positions, didn't really make it count. Spurs, look, we've nicked 2-2. It's a point, and you move on, but I don't know where we go. Let's go to some calls. I'll tell you what, let's go to Aaron. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Azza?
All right, Azza.
How you doing, guys? You guys okay?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. You watch the game?
Yeah, I watched the game. I was like you, Jamie. I was just getting frustrated because the way that we were playing, we wasn't being proactive with the ball.
No.
Every time we had possession, we were just passing around.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just thinking because I've been seeing comments saying, "Oh, I want Ange back because of the attacking football." But I laugh because if we have Ange back, we'll be in relegation scraps, and we don't have any attackers to score goals. And our last 4 games, we have conceded first in our last 4 games since we've been Everton.
I don't think it's about the manager. You know, like, I get you know, the players are out there and all of a sudden we're getting a bit of time on the ball. We're having a good little spell when we're moving it, you know, and there's some nice stuff. But you know, when the game opens up to then, you know, you work it and you get it out to the other side. Well, then, you know, and the space opens up to drive into it. And if you give it away, you give it away. But at least you're having a go. But I feel like we're so scared to try and make something happen. You know, scared of giving the ball away that people just want to keep moving it and go out the other side. It's so pragmatic. You know, you've got to go at a team when you feel like you've had decent possession and the opportunity arises to go at a fullback. Go at him and have a go. And if you get something from it, you get something from it. If you don't, well then go again and then you build up. But too many times I'm watching Spurs just.
There was a number of occasions in the first half where Kudus gets the ball and runs are being made. It's not like the runs aren't being made. I think Bentancur might have made a run. Right. And he looks up and he sees him and he comes back in. And eventually the midfielders are going to go, I'm making these runs. I'm giving you an opportunity to move the ball forward. Yeah. It is safety football. It's safety football. Yeah. Keep the ball. Don't give the ball away. Keep the ball. That occasion we're talking about, the ball ended up with the courier.
Yeah.
Went all the way back. And all he's going to do is boot it.
Yeah. I know. You put yourself under pressure. Put yourself under pressure. It happens too much. And I think that's our problem right now with Thomas Frank is the football.
You need to be braver, Jay. That's the word. Yeah. You need to be braver. And as you said, you need to commit players. Kudos, by the way. If there ain't many better than him, when he gets ahead of steam up, there ain't many better running. But he seems now just to hesitate. And if the pass, and he doesn't make the pass, and the pass is gone, then he's duty bound to come inside and go back. Yeah. There's a lot of that at the moment.
Yeah, there is so much of that. As thanks for your call. I'm going to go to Tony. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Tone.
All right, Tone.
What's up? What's happening, boys? Jamie, right, Jason, what's happening?
Watch the game, Tone. How you feeling about it?
Mate, I'm upset. Listen, let me tell you something here. I went to the game last week as well. You see, when you got a Doggy and Porro in the team, we're not going to win nothing.
Go on. What do you mean?
We're not going to win. Look, when we play, there's no headers from Porro. Every time a Doggy gets the ball, he loses the ball. There's no support. He runs off, leaves the left side open. This is why Romero and Van der Ven always getting fouled in and always getting cards. It's because of them two. We're not going to win nothing with them.
Well, I don't know.
Watch the game.
I hear you. I mean, Porro. I like Porro. I think Porro's got ability. He can, I think he can have his moments.
Yeah, but
a Doggy.
Someone's got ability. They're not using their ability and liking someone.
The Doggy looks like he's playing with ice skates on. I don't know what's happened to him, mate.
I don't know how he gets in the international team for Italy, mate.
Well, but because he's left-footed, he can run. He's athletic. He's got a good engine. He gets up and down, but sometimes his touch looks like it gets away from him all the time.
Yeah, he's not doing nothing. I went to the game last week. It's just shambles, brother. Absolutely, yes. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, but look tonight, mate. That's not a bad result.
Look, away from home, all right, we take the point. Yeah, cool. Away from home, we take the point. But look how we got the point. Like we're not doing nothing. Every time we get the ball, like Kudus, you know what Kudus can do. We get the ball, we go out wide, then we get it back in, go straight back to the goalie.
Yeah.
Back out wide, straight back into the goalie. I went to the game last year, everyone's just booing.
No, I know. But I think that's where, Cundy makes a good point, and the word he used is right. Got to be brave. Got to be brave on the ball. You can move it and keep it, but there comes a moment when you've got to go and make something happen. And if that ball comes to you in that moment, you've got to be confident enough to say, right, I'm going to have a go here.
If you think about what you've got, right, and wide players, you've got Johnson one side and Kudus the other. When Anthony Gordon came on, their first goal comes from him. Exactly what we're talking about with Kudus and Johnson. Being brave, go on the outside, knock that ball past. Worst ways you get a throw-in.
Yeah.
At least you travelled 30 yards up the pitch.
Yeah. Well,
there's no lions. There's no lions, hyenas, or sharks in our team. You've got one or two. The rest of them are like chickens and sheep.
Wow. It's hell of a mix, that.
I mean, Romero's a bit of a lion tonight. I mean...
There's a couple. Bergvall, he's gonna be a little hyena. Yeah. You've got a few of them, but that's it. You got a dog. He's a donkey.
What's Mawani?
It's absolutely ridiculous. Look, Spurs fans. It's not Frank. It's the players.
Yeah, but
it's the players.
The buck always stops with the manager. It's his job to get a tune. Look, you're looking at Newcastle, right? When Eddie Howe came in at Newcastle, They were languishing bottom half every year, get fighting relegation. They might have been bottom three when he took over. Now look what they've done with him. You can see Eddie Howe's Newcastle. That has worked. Okay, it's taken a little bit of time.
Okay, well, let's wait there because Thomas Frank is with Dec McCarthy.
Yes, he is indeed. Thomas, a really tough battle out there tonight, but that felt like a huge point away from home at St James's Park where their record's so good here. Can you put into words how you're feeling after that?
Exhausted. Yeah, of course, that's a great point, especially when you go down 2 times or go behind 2 times. Here we know it's a difficult place. I think it's fair to say that last week was tough. But the way the character and the mentality the players showed and the team showed today was exceptional. I think we suffered the first 25 and the last 60. I think we were very good. I liked a lot about that performance overall. And also dealing with setbacks. Every team needs to do that. I think, for example, it was never a pen, the pen to them. We were really talking about the referee call and that he got it absolutely right. So to also overcome that, I think was great. So many top things. The fans for me was great. We could hear them 3,000 traveling up here, exceptional. Also hear them praising Vic, which I was very happy about.
And did you speak to the officials after the game regarding the VAR incident?
No, I will do it when we're done.
And obviously, club captain leading by example tonight with 2 goals. There must be a pleasing aspect of the game in particular.
Yeah, of course. Coochie, exceptional, both defending and playing well overall. But also the ability to score 2 goals. The first goal is an exceptional striker goal. Not many strikers score goals like that. And the other one was a perfect bicycle shin finish.
And it's times when it is tricky in football, you do need players like Romero to step up, don't you?
Yeah, of course. I think it's we can have all the tactics, all the nice little principles and bits of play, but in the end of the day, that's a framework, that's a foundation to stand on, and then you need the players to perform and play to their best abilities, and today many did that.
You mentioned the fans at the beginning there, great scenes at the end. I mean, how much of a boost will this be for the dressing room?
Yeah, I think it should be a big boost. I think, we always talk about performance, and performances is the most important thing, but you also need results to, back it up and give that little extra boost, and today was a big boost.
And now, just obviously a big point away from home, you'd want to try and carry that back into some home form.
Yeah, of course, no doubt about that. Now I think I will be, there's something always I'd like to improve, but today, the way we came back, I'll be happy for the point, and then we'll look forward to Saturday.
Thank you very much, Thomas.
Obviously today...
Thomas Frank there with Dec McCarthy. We have taken your calls throughout the night on that result. I want to hear from Man City fans as well. Big performance being, 5-1 up, were they? 5-2?
5-1. Cruising, 5-1. But we saw it at the weekend, mate. They're unconvincing. Even for the 4-goal lead, going into the second half and coming away, hanging on. There were moments in that game against Leeds. It looked like Leeds were going to be the next team to score a goal. Tonight, it looked like Fulham were going to.
I don't know what's going on there. Because they look electric.
They lose a grip of the game, mate.
They lose a grip and they're gone.
And there's no team, especially when you're Man City, no team should come back from 5-1 and then be batting away for an equaliser in the last knock-ins. No. That shouldn't happen. Not in the Premier League, mate.
No.
They're unconvincing, City. I'm seeing it a lot. There's periods in games, and they can go 15-minute spells where they've just like. Well, the real Man City, please stand up. Very, very strange performance against second half.
Yeah, you can have your say on that. 03717 22 3344. Just a word on Laura Woods as well. You may have seen she collapsed earlier during the TV's build-up on the Lionesses game tonight. She's given an update on social media and confirmed she is now okay. We at talkSPORT pass on our love. We love Woodsy.
Yeah, we do.
We miss Woodsy, and obviously we were all concerned when I saw it. I messaged her straight away. Mm-hmm. But she's okay, which is great.
Concerning when you hear that, matey. When I come in the office, people are talking about it. You're waiting for updates, but the good news is that she has recovered, and we wish her a speedy recovery.
Yeah, we love you, Woodsy. You listen to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18+. We're going where, dog? You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. You're going to be hearing from all the managers following tonight's Premier League action. But first, Spurs nicked a point away at St James's Park. Here's how it sounded live on talkSPORT.
Speeding past Bentancur, laying it back for Voltemada, and then it comes to Bruno Guimaraes! Brilliant hit into the corner, past the despairing dive of Vicario, across into the near post, and the header is sent in by Christian Romero. Penalty kick to Newcastle United. Anthony Gordon against Vicario. He steps up right-footed, slams it into the corner. Vicario goes the wrong way. Anthony Gordon wheels away in celebration. Kick from Romero, and it's smuggled goalwards and in. Christian Romero celebrates what could be a huge, huge goal for Thomas Frank.
Yeah, you can have your say in that game. 03 717 22 33 44. Let's go to David. David, he's a Newcastle fan. All right, Dave?
All right, Dave-o.
Hello.
All right, matey.
How are you, Dave? How are you feeling about that result?
Disappointed as far as I'm concerned. That's 2 points dropped. I think we were all over Spurs. But for the most part, we couldn't put the ball in the onion bag. And then when we did, we let them get back in. And, it's 2 points dropped against what I think is quite a poor Spurs team, unfortunately.
Well,
but
you've done it before, right? See, you conceding goals in injury time, you've dropped points at home to Arsenal, points home to Liverpool, now points home to Spurs. There's a pattern emerging there.
It is concerning, but I think, not to sound like I'm making excuses, but I think with the team and with Isak going, it's been a bit trying to figure out how to get things back on a even keel. So there is that side of it. But one of the things I wanted to say I called up for, I don't know if you remember, Jamie, about 2 seasons ago, I phoned up to defend Newcastle's 2-1 win against Spurs at the Beyonce Stadium. When we equalised, one of your defenders kicked a ball against Joelinton's hand, hit Bruno, went through on goal, Gordon scores, and you said if it would be the other way round, I wouldn't be defending. So to defend and protect my integrity and my impartiality, I'm on here now and I'm going to tell you I think we got to
Okay, wait there, Dave, because your manager, Eddie Howe, is alongside talkSPORT's Step McCarthy.
Yes, he is indeed, Eddie. Thank you for joining us on talkSPORT. A tough battle out there tonight. Do you think that was the right result in the match?
No, I think from our perspective we're disappointed. I think we worked really, really hard tonight. I thought the performance was okay without being exceptional. Had enough chances to maybe score earlier. And then, there's so little time left in the game at the end. We're hugely frustrated to concede and to cost ourselves points.
Does it feel like a missed opportunity?
Yeah, I think so, especially off the back of the 2 previous wins and being in a good place. And I think the general performance today was good. And we weren't clinical enough when the chances came. The goalkeeper made some good saves. Really disappointed with our defending today because the 2 goals were out of context in the game. We defended pretty well. We looked quite comfortable. But for 2 moments, we totally switched off.
You mentioned that you were disappointed in particular with the second goal as well on the defender. Was there any suggestion that there was a foul in the build-up? How did you see it?
I haven't seen it again, so it's over in a flash before I can properly judge what happened, so I'll need time to reflect on that.
And the VAR incident around the penalty, we just spoke to Thomas Frank, who said it was never a penalty. How did you see it?
Well, it was on as I was getting interviewed a second ago, and look, I can understand Thomas's frustration when you're on the other end of any kind of decision like that, but the defender doesn't look at the ball at all and is only focused on Dan, and I can see why it's given.
Positive performances from 2 substitutions in Bruno and Anthony Gordon, linking up in particular for the first goal. I mean, how pleased were you with their impact on the match?
Both players did really well, showed their qualities. Bruno was an outstanding goal, really, really good finish, delighted for him. Really disappointed for both players. They haven't ended up on the winning team because they made big contributions to us.
And despite being on top for most of the first half, you made the change with Tonali coming off for Bruno. Is Tonali okay, or was that purely tactical?
No, there's an injury there. I don't quite know what it is. He wasn't able to continue.
Thank you very much, Eddie.
Eddie, do you feel that this is kind of on trend?
Yeah, it was Eddie Howe with Step McCarthy there.
just on those subs, they did have an impact. But I just look at the sub that he made in the 93rd minute, bringing on Shah for Lewis Miley. If you're making a substitution like that, it does invite pressure. It does invite, we're now going to sit on this.
Yeah.
We think we've got over the line. We're now going to sit. When it doesn't come off, you do wonder.
I know, but
that's what decision is. If you're going to praise, like we just have done about bringing on Anthony Gordon at the right time, he set up the first goal.
If you're the manager, you bring on a centre half.
Yeah, but then you've got to win the game, mate.
No,
You've got to win. Look, and then on the other side, you talk about Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank rolled the dice.
We had to.
Of course, but he gets the result.
Yeah.
No, he gets himself a point. I don't know, mate. You're bringing on a centre half and taking off a midfielder. You are basically saying we're giving up that midfield. We are. We're going to sit deep, we're going to hang in. And the goal comes from a set piece. An overhead kick. Shinner.
Yeah, I mean,
Shinaldo.
You can't blame Shah for that, can you?
Blaming Shah. All I'm saying is if we're going to praise Eddie Howe, and we have done, right? Tomorrow, we just heard Tonali's picked up a knock. That's an obvious change. It's much like for like. And then you're bringing on Gordon, making a difference.
I've got no issue with bringing on Fabian Shah for Lewis Miley with 4 minutes to go.
Well, then get the result. Win the game. No, is that not fair?
Well, no.
They did sit there. You were, for that injury time, you were the better side.
On top.
You were. That's what I'm saying. You're now inviting that pressure even more.
All right. Let's go to David. He's a Newcastle fan again. We go back to him. Right, Dave?
Right, Dave-o.
No, lads, yeah. No, so like I was saying, I agree with Jamie. I think that penalty was soft, and I think he got lucky there.
Yeah, no, listen, look, regardless of the penalty, what about Newcastle's performance? Because you heard Eddie Howe there. He was a bit frustrated.
Yeah, so am I. I think he's echoing the feelings of all Newcastle fans. Like I said, I think what we do need is an out-and-out striker. I think we are missing Isak up there. Voltemade, I think he's a brilliant player. He's really good, and he's done really well so far. But I think some of us, I'm not too sure about myself so far, but I've heard people say I think he'd be better off in a number 10 position rather than a top.
He's got 5 goals in 10 games.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an out-and-out striker. I mean, he's an all-round. But he is a number 9. I mean, can't play him number 10, can you?
What's up to Vissa? Vissa's back soon, right? I mean, that'll give you a little bit more of an attacking threat.
Who knows? Right. Let's hope so.
You sound terrible, Dave.
Yeah, all right, Dave. Thanks, goal.
Cheers, mate.
Let's go to Chris. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Chris?
All right, Chris.
You all right, lads?
You all right, mate?
Chris, happy with the performance? Are you happy with the result? I mean, what's your take on it?
Do you know what? I've actually come on to talk about something slightly different. So, like, I go pretty much every game, so I'm currently literally sat in my hotel in Newcastle waiting to go to bed when I'm actually tired and kind of come down off of that last few minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm sat here, so I'm a school teacher. I'm sat here doing my marking at 11 o'clock at night in Newcastle, getting up at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning to drive back down to Cambridge to go and teach again tomorrow morning. And I'm like, I wonder sometimes why I do it to myself, lads, because honestly, my heart is going about 100 beats per minute after that game. I can't sleep, and I've only got about 4 hours kit before I've got a 4-hour drive home. And I love it. I just don't know why I do it.
Tell you what, those kids are going to have some fun tomorrow when they see you stop kipping at the blackboard desk. You start right on the board.
So,
how old are the kids?
So
you're a school teacher. You're a school teacher in London?
Cambridge.
How old are the kids?
I teach secondary, so 11 to 18-year-olds.
Oh, God, they know if any of these are hearing you now, they're gonna be playing you up tomorrow.
Yeah, mate. I don't know if it's. So you're in Newcastle.
Definitely haven't set tests for every single lesson tomorrow.
Listen. You know why you do it to yourself. We'll put ourselves through agony, and poor old Jay in there thinks the old clown outfit's coming out again. He's throwing things around. He doesn't love football anymore. Shambles. 2 minutes later, he's loving the game. That's what it does to you.
That was literally me Saturday afternoon, 2-0 down inside 7 minutes. I'm like, why am I even here? Like,
yeah, mate, I felt exactly the same.
But we do love it.
But it's what football does to you. It just keeps sucking you back in. There's nothing you can do. 1 minute you're down and you're out and you've had enough. Next minute, bang, last minute you get a goal. That's it. You're all over it again. That's why football's the greatest game on earth. But what did you make of the performance, though? What did you make of us? Like,
do you know what? It's the thing, like, the last few games, the last few games, and it's like you kind of go in watching us. Was it 2 shots on target? Right, fine, 2 goals, fantastic, but 2 shots on target. And I think back to kind of Pochettino, and I'm like, do you know what? We might have lost games 4-3, 5-4, but we were actually giving it a go. It's almost like, it's like watching a low-rent Jose Mourinho. Just like, go there, shut up shop, draw 0-0, win 1-0, but we're not even doing that. We lost 2-1 to Fulham.
You know what the problem I've got with this?
We got beat. We got beat 1-0 by Bournemouth at home. We got a last-minute 1-1 draw with Wolves, for God's sake.
No, our home form's disgusting. Our home form's disgusting.
We got Brentford this weekend.
Yeah, we got Brentford.
You cannot lose that game.
It's a must-win.
And we'll probably lose 1-0.
But you know what it is, Chris, though? Like, and Cundy made a good point earlier about being brave. And, I've noticed it when I've watched us. We were right tonight. We had decent spells where we had the ball and, we showed a bit of energy to win the ball back. And, Bergvall, we were driving forward. But when there's opportunities to really go and hurt a team, we don't take them. It's like they're either scared or they haven't got the confidence to really go and believe that they can make something happen out of nothing. There are times you go out to a fullback and it goes out and you work it and you break a line. And when you break a line, don't come back. Don't go and make a key pass or try a key pass. Or it goes out to Kudus. Kudus gets it and Porra goes on the overlap. Put him in. Do you know? And if he gives it away or it goes off, then fine. But
I'll tell you
many times we watch us.
I tell you a player, and you tell me you're Spurs fans. I thought Bergvall does that. He actually is really brave in possession.
Yeah, he's the only one.
If he sees a line that can be broken, he'll go for it.
Yeah, he's the only one. But he's 19, right? He's a young kid. He's going to make mistakes.
And you know what as well? Player I was quite happy with tonight, and he's not played that much, but actually, I don't want to kind of, put a burden on, but I thought Colomani had quite a good, for the time he was on the pitch. He didn't score, obviously, but he got a couple away at PSG.
He works hard.
He played all right, and he was actually trying to get in and about. He was kind of tracking back a bit. He was, getting himself stuck in. He was giving it a go up front.
Yeah.
The cutting edge might not quite be there. He scored a couple of good goals in Paris, obviously.
Yeah.
That one I couldn't go to.
I like him.
Going away to Europe midweek is a little bit much.
I think he can do something. He's got a bit more to give and a bit more to offer, but he looks like he wants to make something happen. But I just want to see a bit more braveness from us. A bit more attacking flair or a bit more
What about
drive.
Richarlison's dive? Have you seen it, Chris? Have you seen it?
Do you know what? It was down the other end, and my eyesight's not as good as it once was. I won't lie to you.
Honestly,
so
you wait to see it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. What's the first lesson tomorrow morning, Chris?
Set 4, year 8.
Set 4.
Yeah.
Year 8.
What's the lesson though?
What's the lesson?
What's it
English,
mean?
science, what? Geography?
Oh no, I'm a maths teacher.
Oh, you're a maths teacher.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
That's harsh, maths.
Yeah. So it's day full of assessments for my classes tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Right.
That's the way.
He's got a long old journey. What time are you leaving?
Alarm set for 3:15.
Right. So,
3:15.
how many miles is it?
211.
211. How long's it going to take you?
I need to be at work by 7:45.
Right. So what time are you leaving?
So I've given myself 4. Alarm set at 3:15. I should be in the car by 25 past.
How many miles is that every half hour?
8 hours.
How many miles?
210
Go on.
miles.
Go on.
It's about 40 miles. 40,
Why are you getting on the maths
35 miles
teacher?
every
Give him a
half hour.
break, will ya? He just had to go out and watch Tottenham. He's trying to get some sleep. You're giving him questions.
I'm only messing with you, Chris.
I mean, I'll average 70, so 35 miles every half hour.
Right, okay. Good lad. Yeah, don't let me
like
I'll
Jason,
take your word for it.
Yeah, he's taking your word for it, mate. He ain't got Scooby.
I'm not working it out.
Chris, top man, mate.
Tell me if I fuck with the sperm, Jason.
Get some sleep, mate.
Cheers, matey.
Right, keep your calls coming in. You want to have your say. Loads to go out. Premier League action tonight. 03 717 22 3344.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go, always.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've scoured the planet to find out. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a windswept cliff in the Faroe Islands. In Euro 2000 qualifying, Craig Brown's men were taken to fishing village Toftir. Kevin Gallagher called the pitch a cowfield and the wind like Pittodrie on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany, always a tough place to go to.
You are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Still to come, we're going to hear from David Moyes. A big win for him tonight. But first, Man City survived the scare at Craven Cottage tonight. Live on talkSPORT 2. Pep Guardiola's men narrowly beat Fulham 5-4 after going 5-1 up. The story tonight is, of course, Erling Haaland. He scored his 100th Premier League goal for City. Here's how that moment sounded live on talkSPORT.
Here he is again! Left-footed shot is in! That's not what he wanted! Erling Haaland left-footed from the middle of the penalty area, and finally he is a member of the Premier League's 100 club, a top-flight centurion and the quickest player to have scored 100 Premier League goals. He really is a record breaker, one of English football's true greats of the modern age, and what a finish, what a way to do it. Pinpoint accuracy, it flashed past Leno, and Manchester City's main man has got 100 Premier League goals.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff from him. City gaffer Pep Guardiola spoke to talkSPORT after the game, was asked whether he was worried whether his side would throw away another 4-goal lead.
How can I be worried with 5-1, 5-4, 10 or 15 minutes left? Of course I was worried. I'm a human being, I'm sensitive. In 5-1 I was calm, 5-4 no. So of course I worry, try to find some substitution, Nathan 5 in the back, or maybe for the crosses, maybe for the fight in the back, Josko Guardiola could make a clearance in the last action of the game. But they are top players. Look the guy skiing, look the Kevin, the winger in the outside, and you always exceptional player, and all of them, they know what they have to do. Marco is a top manager, so I know it. So that's why I give a lot of credit. Always have been tough. We won we won. The result was good, but always we have a struggle against Fulham. Always.
Yeah, look, obviously he's giving credit to Fulham there, and they get themselves back in again. They get 3 points. If they drew that game, he would have been fuming.
Do you know, I think he probably is fuming, but his public persona has come out. We won the game. That's the most important thing. But privately, mate, he will not be impressed with that. That's a worrying performance. We saw bits of it against Leeds. They're nowhere near the imperious Manchester City. That's why I've been saying it for ages. I don't think City are good enough to win the title. Now I know they picked up 6 points in those games.
Yeah,
they conceded 6 goals. You know, they're just defensively not on point for me. Having said that, I got Haaland up top, right? So, you know, and
Foden.
Well, do you know we haven't even mentioned Phil Foden?
I mean,
and that's not fair. Wow. That's not fair. He's got another 2. He scored 4 goals in 2 games now.
Yeah,
Phil. He scored a big goal against Leeds at the weekend.
I mean, the goal tonight was just
and yes, the one with his left foot, and he opens it up and bends it in. And, you know, he does look back to his best. And it's a good time to do it in the World Cup year.
Yeah,
but 5-1 up to be hanging on. That's not the sign of a team that can win the Premier League.
Let's go to Dave. He's a Man City fan. He was at the game, right, Dave?
All right, Dave-o.
Yeah, boys, how are you?
All right, mate.
Right, Dave. You're 5-1 up. You're cruising. I thought he was going to put on a bit of a masterclass, and it all went pear-shaped.
Yeah, I didn't think the same thing would sort of happen with last week, after the weekend, sorry. It was going so well, to being like, okay, right, we're finally going to have another, like, 8-1 match from season, all that sort of
Dave, we can't. Dave, are we on loudspeaker? Take us off loudspeaker, mate.
Struggling to hear you, bud.
Can't hear you.
Sounds like you're on the water.
Is that better?
Not really.
One second, boys.
Oh, he's gone. Is he back, Dave?
Let's clear it.
There he is.
There you go.
There he is.
There we go.
That's
Nice one.
Dave,
yeah. Yeah, sorry
different.
about that. Yeah. Stressed. That was one of the worst endings I've seen. I don't know what happened. We just absolutely collapsed. In fact, I do kind of know. It was them subs.
Go on.
Right. We were quite comfortable then. Obviously, you know, they scored some quite impressive goals. But bringing on John Stones, who, you know, he's not been playing much. He's a bit out of character. He's kind of like a shadow of who he was. You know, John Stones was a big name, big identity, and he looks like an absolute slug right now.
Yeah, he bought him on because that was he bought him on just after Wobie got the goal. They bought him at the 5-2. So, you know, he's bought him on just right. And I just make the point about Eddie Howe. When you're taking off players and you're putting on John Stones for Gonzalez.
Yeah, still 20 minutes left, right? There's still time in the game.
Still 25 left.
25 minutes left.
I mean, we saw on the weekend what happened to Leeds. You know, teams can just get back into it out of nowhere. And our defence right now is so unstable that I'm not surprised teams like Leeds, who are 19th in the table, I think, you know, they managed to get opportunities where they're level with us, putting us under pressure, Manchester City.
But you can be, like, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. You can be in the same game, sometimes the same half, so good, and it looks like City look like they're going to cause all sorts of problems. They could chase Arsenal down. And then within 25 minutes, you're going, no, they can't. No, not on that evidence. And that's twice now I've seen that. But like the weekend where first half, you look good, look really good. It's like, when's the next go? Get the third. And second half, Leeds, you were penned in. Leeds played well. It felt like Leeds might get.
I was very impressed with him.
Yeah.
But he got 6 points.
Well, yeah, that's what I can't really complain because we've got the results, but I can, in the sense of what I'm watching, doesn't leave me to feel good knowing we've got, right, you can say Sunderland, whatever, but they are really in form. Real Madrid as well, which they're having a bit of a weird moment in time, but, you know, that's Real Madrid no matter what, away. And you can kind of imagine what sort of defensive problems could happen in them sort of situations. Someone fast like Vinicius, you know, absolutely blitzing. You know, Nunez, who isn't a real defender, I mean, he's been great, give him credit. Guardiola's having a bit of a slip.
Mind you, what about his clearance?
Yeah, his clearance.
What about that?
Well, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's on the line.
I couldn't believe that.
It's on the line.
I've noticed the last few games, though, you know, that is one great moment, and you've got to appreciate moments in matches like these, you know, when you're under pressure and it's a one-goal difference. But You know, like even the Liverpool game I saw, he was quite wobbly. He gives the ball away a bit, and I think it's just a general.
Isn't it collective though? If you're conceding that many goals that quickly, right? What is it? 3 goals in 17 minutes or something ridiculous?
Yeah,
that's a collective for me. That's not that's not one person making mistakes. That's a team collective, and I think the problem Man City have got a little bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, Dave. When you go out there, you're going out to win the game. You're playing the Man City way. Pep Guardiola, front foot. Keeping the ball, hurting teams, Haaland scoring goals, and then you're going up and you're comfortable, and there isn't a different way of seeing a game out. We're going to carry on playing that way. But when you do try and all of a sudden change to be like, right, we're comfortable now, I don't really know if you know how to play that way. You know, like Arsenal at the moment can play both ways. They can hurt you, they can go at you, they can blitz you, but then they can also shut up shop and don't concede and see a game out and win 1-0. I don't feel Man City have got the other way. And I think that's where, if you're going to challenge for the title, you've got to figure that out in game.
No, I completely agree with you. In regards to the defensive issues, I'm not trying to say it's one player. I'm saying it's a collective, like a bunch of individual errors with each player. But I think the reason this sort of, when we try to stay the same and try, okay, let's play it out, win the game 2-0, for example, we don't have them sort of players where they can, get goals, except for Haaland and now Foden, who, Foden's obviously scored many, but only recently he's picked form back up. Savinho doesn't score goals. He created a good chance today. Give him a bit of credit for that. But these sort of footballers we've got are sort of developing ones. And I think a club like Manchester City need established big-name players who can get goals even from whatever position they're in. Yeah. It's a bit lackluster,
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he did make that sub on 62 minutes tells me a little bit about how he probably felt, Pep. And he kind of, showed us that there's good reason.
Yeah, I know, but you were 5-2.
Of course
it didn't seem at all like Fulham would get anything out of it. They were rubbish. And then something happens and they've got a big rush of adrenaline and they're basically back into it. What could have been 5-5.
Yeah.
Do you think you can win a title?
Oh man, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like Arsenal could do it again, like the second place thingy, but just God.
They need pressure though. They need, I mean, look,
they put pressure on them. They won.
Yes, they 6 points, right? No one's denying that. But if you feel like you can't get away with leading and being so comfortable in the game, allowing the side back into it, feels there's going to be a moment where you do drop valuable points and you're like throwing it away. You've done your best in the last 2 games.
Yeah. I mean, our away form has been quite drab. We won today, but that could have been another mistake, another disaster. Just a bit concerned, sort of, these big games, big players that our defence are facing, and they're not capable of handling it. And
got to be happy with Foden, though. I mean, he's back to his best.
He's unbelievable, Yeah, it's great to see him, properly playing like that again. It's amazing. It's a great spark. He entertains us so much, It's why most fans absolutely love Phil Foden.
It's great to see, when you see like a young kid who's been at the club since he was 9, and he's like unbelievable, and he's playing for the club, and he's doing stuff like that, and you just sit there and you're almost in awe of it, and you're going, God, mate, I mean, this kid is Man City, isn't he? He's
it's
everything
a perfect story that any young footballer dreams of, really.
Yeah.
To be in that position, playing for the club you've supported all your life, playing with those big names, doing great, making a name for yourself, especially in that 2024 season.
Yep.
Love to see it again.
It's a big 6 months for him.
With it.
It's a big nick, as it is for every international, right?
Yeah.
But you feel in Phil's situation, because at the moment
there's a lot of good number 10s.
There are, and and it feels like he's probably just behind them at the moment.
Yeah. I think if he keeps playing I think Pep's now come out and said he ain't a winger. I'm playing him number 10. That's his position.
That's essential. Yeah.
And I think if that's the case, then Thomas Tuchel has to treat him as a number 10.
Yeah.
Well, he can't be like, he's playing so well, we got to get him in. Let's play him on the left. That he ain't going to do that, Thomas Tuchel. If he wants the number 10 spot, he's got to keep performing like he's doing, and he's up for grabs. Whether he gets it or not, I don't know. But I tell you what, he keeps playing like that. It's good for England. Dave, thanks for the call, mate. Keep them coming in. Loads to get through. 03 717 22 3344. Sports One Talk Sport. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. You're going to head over to New York. Have a little chat with Andy Goldstein ahead of the World Cup draw this Friday. Let's hope he's not on the beers again tonight. We'll bring you back pages as soon as we get them as well. But first, it's been a huge night. Premier League football live on the talkSPORT network. Man City survived the scare against Craven Cottage. They beat Fulham 5-4. Spurs salvaged a 2-2 draw away at St James's Park. And Bournemouth beaten 1-0 at home by Everton. Jack Grealish grabbed the winner for the Toffees. Everton gaffer David Moyes spoke to talkSPORT after the game, was asked whether Grealish should be the England squad for the World Cup.
I think he's going to have to play well. I think if you look at the wide players what England have got at their sort of the amount they could pick, it's incredible the sort of good players England have got at the moment. But Jack, has got somebody, doesn't give the ball away, carries the ball well. He's sort of a real acquired taste. And if the manager likes him and thinks he can help him at different moments, he'll be very good at those things.
Yeah, look, Jack has got to play extremely well, I think, to get into that squad. But look, who's to say he can't get in? He's been in there before. He's got experience. It's good to see him enjoying his football. That's what I like the most.
Yeah, you saw the goal,
himself.
right? What the goal meant to him.
Yeah, you could see. It's massive.
Yeah. Personally, I don't think he gets in the squad.
No.
I think he's going to find it difficult. He's going to have to put in some unbelievable performances between now and March when the next squad is picked.
Yeah.
I just think he's going to miss out, mate.
I tend to agree. But look, forget England.
Injuries as well. Look, no, don't let anyone pick up injuries. But what if something happens to Rashford and Gordon are the two out left at the moment? It feels like those positions are the ones that he's after. Do you know what's going to happen, mate?
No.
Heaven forbid. Because we've seen England squads before, months before or weeks before the national squad's announced. All of a sudden, someone picks up metatarsal, and they find out, their season, not the season over, the World Cup dreams are over.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep going. Things can change quickly in football.
But he'll be happy. David Moyes is what he's saying.
David Moyes will be happy. They've gone up to 9th. Obviously, there's still more games to be played. They were disappointing at the weekend, weren't they?
Against Newcastle.
Yeah,
God,
really disappointing.
Awful.
The weekend. But, that's 3 wins and a draw in the last 5. So they're stringing something together.
Yeah.
Everton, stringing something together. Just tucked it behind Liverpool. There are games to be had, of course. There are plenty of games.
He's done a good job there, David Moyes, hasn't he?
He steadied them, mate. It was inevitable. What I'm seeing doesn't surprise me at all.
No.
He's a damn good manager.
Yeah.
He's a good, you don't do what he's done in the game and do as many games in the Premier League without knowing what you're doing. I know West Ham fans won't thank me for this, but, they've since then they haven't recovered.
No, they haven't at all. Let's go to Joe. He's a Newcastle fan. All right, Joe.
All right, Joe.
Hi, boys. How we doing?
All right, Joe.
All right, Joe. What do you make of the game?
Good. Well, a big disappointment. It was just 2 points thrown away rather than the point one.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that.
First of all, Jimmy, me and my son are both season ticket holders at St James's, and we travel down and back from Scotland every game.
Yeah.
And we listen to the show all the way there and all the way back.
Oh, thanks.
And we love it. So
that's
cheers,
good,
Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, mate. I mean, look, just on Newcastle, you say it's 2 points thrown away, but Spurs battled their way and kept at it. There we had moments. You're a bit. I don't know what I expect to see from Newcastle. Sometimes they're brilliant.
I know, but it was the other Newcastle that turned up tonight.
Yeah,
they had chances.
They did have chances.
The problem is, you don't know how to manage a game out. Eddie seems to think that we score a goal, get a lead, and then defend it. You can't go on like that all the time.
No, but his subs made the difference tonight. I mean, he made 2 subs, and they both affected the game.
Yeah, but why bring Fabi Scher on with 5 minutes to go?
I mean, you can't blame a manager for wanting to bring on a centre half when you're 2-1 up with 5 minutes to go. It's the 93rd minute. It's the 85th, and there's 9 minutes injury time. And there's still 15 minutes to play. Yeah. I can kind of get it, but 5 minutes just see the game out. I mean, you're going to invite pressure, but you're going to get pressure anyway. Tottenham got nothing to lose, so they're throwing themselves forward. So I can't argue with a manager, Eddie Howe, bringing on Shah to try and see the game out at the end. Look, all right.
The worst part of it comes from a set piece.
Yeah.
Right? And Shah has been brought in for those moments.
That overhead kick, I could have
been brought in for that moment.
Kicked it myself.
Right, that moment. Don't let anyone get anything on the ball.
That was Ronaldo-esque from Romero's top draw. That
absolutely embarrassing.
It's top draw, Joe.
About 5 times. It went about 5 times before.
No, Puskas Award, that one.
From the stands and kicked it out myself.
Who's like...
As Jason said before, how many times have we thrown away
in
injury time?
Honestly,
feels like a lot.
There is a lot. Well, in the big games, right? Arsenal, Liverpool, now Spurs. In games that, from what I know, you went down to 10 against Liverpool, but my God, you were good. Arsenal for periods of that. You know, these are big seconds left in the game. You can't hang on. You know, you don't want to get known for that because you'll keep encouraging teams.
This is why we just let teams come under us. It's wrong. You know, we've got to manage the game, or we've got to learn to manage games out.
Yeah, no, you make a good point. You have thrown away some points in the last minutes of games. Yeah, definitely. All right, Joe, listen, thanks for your call. Enjoy the trip back to Scotland. Let's go to Jack. He's a Man City fan. All right, Jack.
What, Jack?
Good evening, boys.
You all right?
Yeah, Jack, you nearly threw it away and all.
Yeah, well, 5-1 up to 5-4 is not ideal, of course not, but I thought we created our own problems at the back, really.
Yeah.
So we did against Leeds, just invited that pressure on. I think panic sort of set in, and we just didn't really control the midfield. I think Johnny Reinders with Nico G wasn't a midfield that has a load of control, and I think that's where we've been dominating in the past, is by controlling that midfield and always playing keep ball.
Yeah, but the thing is like in one half of the game or moments of the game, you know, against Leeds, against Fulham, you're like, oh my God, Man City are back. They're purring right now, 5-1 up. You know, Foden, Haaland, Doku. You know, I'm thinking, here we go. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh my word, what is going on? You're falling off a cliff.
And it happens so quickly as well.
That can't happen. You've got to get on top of that.
I think some of it comes from the change of keeper with Donnarumma. To the point I make is, obviously Edison was very good with his feet, and obviously Donnarumma made some really good saves tonight. But from set pieces and from crosses, he doesn't catch anything. He flaps at stuff. I think the fourth goal that Fulham scored, he came out and just punched it a bit like Leno for Foden's goal. That says that he claims it, but I'd rather have Donnarumma from a shot spotting point of view than from Edison. You know, that saves you more points than with your feet. But I think, you know, Donnarumma's got to be better with crosses, and I think the third goal was a unlucky flick by Bernardo Silva that's come quite sweetly to the Fulham player, and he's absolutely lashed it in. But you see those shots go here, there and everywhere, and tonight it went in. Taking enough away from Fulham. I think the whole game had some really, really nice goals in there, but I think
great game.
Donnarumma at times is, you know, he's not a keeper great with his feet. He waits too long to make the pass, and that invites pressure. You see a man try to sort of close him down, and at the last second he'll ping over to Josko, who will either try and ping up to Haaland, who's tightly marked, and those teams will just recycle the ball like we used to in our pocket, just recycle that ball and just bring the next wave of attack. I think sometimes we're just a bit passive.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, mind you, got Guardiola to thank as well. What a piece of brilliant defending that was, and that's just instinctive as well. Defenders make their way on the line. You know, cover your keeper.
Yeah, help your keeper out.
Yeah, and he's done that. He's
on the line.
Massive.
You would have shooten that in the top.
No, mate, clear it.
Huh? That would have Cundy.
Come off the outside.
5-5. Cundy own goal.
Oggy. Another Oggy. But Guardiola, fair play, mate, because that recognising danger.
Yeah.
And that's still a tough clearance, by the way. You laugh and joke. How many times you seen players go whack?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you hit it against your mate or whatever, and it ends up in the goal. You've done that, haven't you?
Norwich away.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Jack, thanks for your call.
Jackie boy.
Keep them coming in. We'll squeeze some more on. We're going to head over to New York now, though. We're going to chat with Andy Goldstein, head of the World Cup draw this Friday.
Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Some are pretty straightforward. Arsenal are the Gunners because they were founded by a group of munitions workers, and Bournemouth are the Cherries because their old stadium was built right next to a cherry orchard. Then there's Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ipswich Town nicked their nickname off their opponents in the late 90s, Birmingham. The term Tractor Boys was chanted as a way to tease the team about their farming background, but they started using it themselves as a way to cheer on the team in victory instead.
Yeah, you're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. Going to bring you back pages as soon as we get them. But first, talkSPORT Drive somehow blagged the week over in the USA. Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent, bringing you live shows from across the pond all week ahead of this Friday's World Cup draw in Washington. I'm very lucky to say we're joined by Andy Goldstein, who's taking time away from watching a Broadway show for us now. All right, Andy.
All right, Goldstein.
How are you?
All right, son.
How are you?
I'm all right, mate.
What perfect timing, because as you speak to me, we're on our way to see James Corden.
Yeah.
And we're literally walking at Times Square now. How about that?
Beautiful.
Perfect timing.
Beautiful. What you been up to today? It's been keeping you busy.
Well, what did we do? So we went to an Italian restaurant for a bit of late lunch, which was one of those Italian restaurants you see in the movies where it was just wall-to-wall pictures of the owners with famous people, from Brad Pitt to Leonardo DiCaprio.
They got one of you up there?
David Bowie.
You got one of you?
They have now. They don't know about it, but they now have a picture of me on the wall, just by the toilet. They've got one of Jamie O'Hara actually up there because they didn't realise he was a famous radio presenter from Europe. One of the biggest shows. But no, that was really nice. And then obviously we did the show. We had some great guests. I don't know if you saw any of it.
Yeah, I did. I listened on the way.
Lexi Lala.
Yeah.
Okay, it's great. We had Lexi Lala, we had Brad Friedel, we had Nigel Coker. Some really, really good guests. A really fun show. This morning, what did we do? Oh, this morning I went to the Rockefeller Plaza to have a look around there. My advice is no bother. It's a bit of a waste of time. And it was raining. That wasn't a nice day. It's just stopped raining, so we couldn't really go anywhere. But now we're off to see James Corden's award-winning play. He very kindly texted me the day we landed, saying, "I hear you're over in New York. Do you want to come and see my play?" Oh, right, we're going to get one over.
Oh, friends.
Friend. So we're going to see that now. It's called Art, and then we're going to hang out with James a bit later on.
How was Sapphires last night, Goldstein?
How what?
How was Sapphires? Any good?
You know what, Jay? You still owe him about $2,000 apparently. There's about 5 blokes you had a lap dance with, and you haven't paid.
So listen, when do you get to Washington? So you're getting closer and closer, right, to the draw.
He don't care. He's on holiday.
No, he does care. No. I mean, obviously he'll be in Sapphires again tonight. Obviously, but
Jay, what draw? What are you talking about? no, we do the show tomorrow. We're in a bar, by the way. We're in a bar called Legends.
Sapphires.
In a bar called Sapphires. We're in a bar called Legends. We obviously are on a US time, 11 a.m. So people listening. And by the way, there's a huge fan base of TalkSport listeners out here. It's nuts. People have come up to me and asked me about all the big names on TalkSport. They've asked how Brazil is for Coyce and me and Bentley and Natalie and Adrian, Danny Kelly and Paul and Andy and overnights have asked about Ben Fletcher. Well, not everyone, but you get what I'm getting. But so we're in a bar called Legends from 11 till 2, and then about an hour after that we get on a train. We've got a 3.5 hour train journey to Washington, which is obviously where the World Cup draw is taking place, and then tomorrow night we're hanging out with Robbie, friends, because he's going to be there.
Another famous friend.
Yeah, no, but listen, people want to hang out with me. What can I do about it? It's driving me mad. And then we're going to see an NBA game. I mean, listen, we jest about how lucky we are.
You're having a bit of fun.
You're on the biggest jolly up ever.
You're having a bit of fun.
How do you get away with this? Honestly, I've never known anything like it. Andy Goldstein gets himself in high places. If there's anything I can say about this man, he knows how to get himself in high places.
Jay, listen, what it is when you have an award-winning drive time show, people want to take it on the road, right? I was talking to Liam before about your show. He doesn't even know that you just get on TalkSport, I'll be honest.
You're terrible, mate. You forget your roots, Stinks. Don't forget your roots, mate.
He was on it for 15 years, dragging the show down.
I would never forget. I'd never forget my roots. No, listen, we're very lucky, right? And one of the main reasons why it works so well is because of the time difference. Like, obviously, breakfast can't come out. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's pointless, but the drive time is perfect. We're on at 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. So it's
I see Max behind you. He looks like he's enjoying himself. Yeah, all management here working hard in the office, and he's just out.
Yeah,
he's like your bodyguard.
What's he going to do?
He's got no role other than just to guard me, because I'm not with the general public. They're not really meant to be this close to me. There's nothing we can do if we've got to go to the theatre. But Max's job is to A, promote Goldstein's Golden Pace, and B, make sure no one actually. Are you all right, Max? He's not allowed to talk. You don't get any money for talking.
He's unbearable, isn't he? He's unbearable.
Jay, listen. You should come out here, You should come out. You'd love it out here, Jay. You really would.
Oh, we've lost him.
You probably up on the billboards around here, right?
Well, I've already been on them, mate. I'm not going to lie. I've already been on them, mate. I'll send you the pictures. So just remember, there's only one face on TalkSport that's been big in America, and that's me, son, yeah? So you go and watch James Corden, you go and watch your little plays.
And do you know what?
But I've been on the big screens.
Your face is massive. Your face is massive. That's why I think you should get back on the Ozempic, just to make it a little bit smaller. Let me just show you this. I don't know if you can see.
Go on.
Hold on. We're going down to this is not good for radio, but good if you watch it on YouTube. We're sort of going down the Shaftesbury Avenue, if you like, of New York. And so you can see all. I'm going to show you now. You can see all the plays that are on. So it's pretty impressive. It's really busy here as well.
Say hello, James.
Is that it? Is that where we're going, Music Box? Look, there's the house there. Look. There you go. That's where we're going to see James Corden tonight.
Yeah. All right.
Go on in, have fun.
He was also in it. Do you remember Doogie Howser MD? Do you remember that?
No. No, it was an American show, I think. I don't remember it.
Yes, it was. Listen, I'm going to have to go because James is expecting us, all right?
Listen, Goldstein, enjoy yourself. We'll speak to you tomorrow.
Love to all of you. See you soon, boys.
Andy and Bentley back on Drive tomorrow, live from New York from 4 p.m. I mean, he's just having a jolly up out there.
Mate, son, good luck to him. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, go and have fun.
Do you know what the most disgusting thing is about this whole situation is? Goldstein now, really, is dining off your hard work. Right? You carried him for 10 years on the sports bar, and then he just uprooted,
mate, I don't care,
left you here.
I've got you now.
Oh, of course, and our figures have gone through the roof. We're record breaking. But, he's meant to be your mate, and he just binned you off.
So, mate, that's what happens, mate. It's a cutthroat business. You've got no mates in this game.
I wouldn't leave you.
No, of course you wouldn't.
I'd be off.
Breakfast comes cool, you'll be gone like a shot.
Right, let's get the latest odds in association with TalkSport Bet.
Bring it on with TalkSport Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com to see all our latest sign-up offers. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Right, Rhino.
Hey, lads, how you both doing? You well?
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good. Look, loads again. We've got big games happening tomorrow. Start with talkSPORT's live and exclusive commentary. Arsenal v Brentford. I'm going Arsenal are heavy favourites.
Yeah, and you'd be right to think that. It's actually not a bad result for Arsenal on the weekend when you think they took a point from the world champions, Cundy?
Yeah,
not
done
too
all right,
shabby,
mate.
that, eh?
Even with 10 men, we were the better side. Disappointed I was.
Yeah, I know.
Only come away with a point.
I know you were. Look, I don't know what they're complaining about, honestly. No, to be fair, it didn't pan out the way. They didn't make the extra man count and all that. But you're absolutely right. I mean, they're fighting for it at the top, and now City are 2 points behind them. It's all a must-win now. Every game is a must-win for them, especially with City breathing down their necks. And you're right, Jay, they're 4-11 favourites, massive favourites for this one. Brentford beat Burnley 3-1, yes, but they're terrible away this season. 5 defeats from their last 6, and they're 8-1 as a result for this one. That is a big old price. Draw is 19-5, and I'm sure Brentford would take that in a heartbeat. What can we look at here? Well, Arsenal, both teams to score is 12-5. Perhaps a bit more feasible now, the both teams to score, than it looked maybe a month ago, because they're just leaking a goal or two here or there. To win to nil is 6-5. But you've got Igor Thiago on the other side. He got his 10th, in record time for Brentford. I'd be inclined to say both teams to score is the way to go. Thiago's 37-20 any time as it happens. And with Arsenal, it's take your pick, really. I mean, Eze any time's 11-8. Or Moreno to do it again is 8-5. So a few options for you there, boys.
Okay. talkSPORT's 2 live commentary around Liverpool entertains Sunderland. Of course, that is tomorrow night. Liverpool have got to back it up after what was a good performance against West Ham. We're going to speak to Ray Houghton a little bit later, but I'm guessing Liverpool are favourites.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they are favourites. I mean, I guess you've alluded to there. The question is it a false dawn and a steadying of the ship? They turn a corner? I suppose we'll find out. But this Sunderland side are a point ahead of them. Let's not forget that. And they came from 2-0 down to beat a team 3-2 the first time in their Premier League history. So, they go into this one with just a continuation of what has been a great season for them. Liverpool are 1-3 favourites here, and Sunderland are 15-2. I sit here again. I'm not gonna tip the upset this time round. I did with PSV and I did with Forest as well. I'm not so sure after that result on the weekend, but 15-2 is a very generous price considering we don't know if they're still wobbling. Now the draw's 17-4 here as well. The positive was the win, Cundy, yes, but Isak was another positive as well. Yes, and there's a few markets here. 2 shots on target at home is boosted to 6-4, and he's also evens to score any time. I will say, if anyone thinks Sunderland might do it, have a look at talkSPORT Bet's market 1-up early payout. If Sunderland go 1-up at any point, talkSPORT will pay out at 2-1, and I think that's just a nice way of covering it to a degree.
Okay, all right. Now, finally, forget about the football. The odds are out for talkSPORT World Darts Championships next week. Who's the favourites?
Oh, I told you, boys, didn't I? I said I was gonna get this priced up.
There you go.
All this Premier League action, Champions League, midweek, and forget it. The sporting world comes to a standstill on Wednesday, the 10th of December. 8 of talkSPORT's finest hosts. Well, I say just hosts, I guess. But I'm having a look here. Have you heard the odds yet, boys?
No.
Okay, so the favourite is, of course, Saunders. Dean, the storyteller Saunders.
Yeah.
He's 1-2 on the bounce. He's trying to make it a hat-trick. Joint favourite alongside him, and this has come straight from the traders, I have no influence here, is Jason One Bull Cundy.
What?
Also at 9-4.
Mate,
what?
Who's done that? What's that?
I have no idea.
Mate.
I have absolutely no idea.
That's unbelievably skinny. Unbelievably skinny odds.
Have you not watched him last year?
Mate.
It's awful.
I thought the exact same thing. For some reason, they've seen something in you.
Well, what? What they
you haven't even seen. You haven't even seen in yourself.
Let me tell you now. I last picked up a dart a year ago.
Oh, is it all a bluff? That's what we're saying here.
Oh yeah, you could be thinking that.
Could be thinking that.
Maybe I stay here until 4 a.m. practicing.
Yeah. Do you know what? We've got a green room, Rise, and we sit in it for 2 hours every night, right? And it's got a dartboard in it. And I can promise you now, Cundy has not been on it.
I don't know what's happened there. I have absolutely, it's shambles, you might say.
Yeah.
But he's joint favourite.
Go on, who's a little bit further down then? Because I'm guessing someone somewhere, the odds are going to be rather large.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does get into that territory. So you've got 3 joint in the betting next, which is, you've just had him on there. Andy, the Gale Force Goldstein, right. Darren, the Truth Bent, Jermaine, the Saint Pennant. They're all on at 11-2. And then we differentiate a bit. I know, I'm just counting down to, there he is, Jamie O'Hara. 13-2. You are, Jamie.
I'm 13-2.
Yeah, you back yourself.
Mate,
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Right.
Well, I play you, don't I, in the first game?
You are playing.
Oh, yeah, Sports My Derby. That's the way to do it. Look, I'll tell you what. You're 13-2, Jamie, the Chunk O'Hara. Now, Gabby, the Gabfather Abongahor is below you by 1 place at 10-1.
I get that, though. I get that.
I get that.
And bottom of the pile. I'm really sorry to say, even though she caused an upset last year, one of the moments of the tournament, Natalie the Destroyer Sawyer is 28-1 to win.
28-1. Poor Nat.
I know.
Well, she beat Darren Ben.
I know. Compare that to Jason Cundy at 9-4.
Yeah, that's poor, mate.
Tough gig when he gets to the end. Doubles. Nat might struggle, but listen, my odds ain't bad.
Yeah,
punting, guys. Get punting.
You're the dark horse, Jay.
Yeah, I'm the dark horse, 100%. Yeah. If I get through Cundy, as long as if I meet Dino in the final, I've got a chance.
He's got a chance. Listen, well, all you got to do is go into TalkSport, go on the app, go on site, search TalkSport on the search bar. That's the best way to do it, and it will come up. And have a little look, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Big,
all right, Rhino, you're a legend.
Cheers, Rhino.
Cheers, boys.
That was a look at the latest odds. Thanks to TalkSport Bet. Terms and conditions apply. 18+. Began with all.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com to see all our latest sign-up offers. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Right, we've got back pages coming up next. Myself, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy, giving you the sports bar. Still to come. We've got a bit of midnight trip. Get your calls in. We need your help. 03 717 22 3344. Also going to be joined by Ray Houghton, ahead of Liverpool v Sunderland tomorrow night. But now it's time for this. Back pages, Jack Cunningham.
JC.
Evening, lads. How's doing? You good?
Yeah, we're all good, mate.
Cheer up, matey. Cheer up.
Well, you know, it was one of those games. I mean, it wasn't a penalty, first of all. Let's be clear. That was not a penalty. The Bentancur foul on Dan Burn. Yeah, it's stupid. He probably, shouldn't do it, but I don't think it's a penalty. The referee doesn't need to take that long looking at it. The VAR doesn't need to take that long looking at it. Newcastle should have won the game. They didn't. We move on.
Yeah,
11 points dropped this
went up
season.
there and gave you a good spanking.
Did you? Did you? with
big old spanking at St James's.
Yeah, your 2 shots on
target.
2
shots, 2 goals. Spanking.
Romero as well.
Yeah.
What about the last goal? What? Honestly,
well, I mean,
that was about 9 times.
It reminded me of Gareth Bale's goal in the Champions League final.
Oh, you know what? It was actually spitting dubs of that, wasn't it?
It was
unbelievable. What an overhead kick!
Checkers.
Rolled down his shin.
Yeah.
Bounced 7 times.
Top corner.
Terrible defending, though.
Three of the Newcastle defenders just stand there and watch it go past.
Listen, mate. No chance. Ramsdale, just stand and watch them go in, son. You can't save them.
Ramsdale did look stuck, to be fair, trying to dive for it. It was a mess. Oh.
Right, come on, let's crack on with a couple of these back pages. Well, I think this is on the front page of The Sun.
Yeah.
The Great Game Robbery. What's this?
Yes, FIFA essentially are going to take 30% of all sort of sales, and they've already got ticket sales on the resale site. They've got an official resale site this time for the World Cup, and they're going for over £1,000 already. So that's like the minimum one, and essentially England fans are working out that a lot of them are going to be priced out of getting the chance to see their team in the North America at any point. Also, the allocations have come out, so England are going to get 8% of each sort of ground. So in certain grounds, that's only about 3,000 tickets roughly. So again, other England fans are starting to work out again that they're probably not going to be able to actually see any of the games. Now, there are still some tickets that are yet to go on sale, and they're priced for group stages between £85 and £125. I think they go on sale once the draw's done, but I don't know how many of them there are necessarily. So at the moment, if you go on a FIFA resale site and have a look for a ticket for a certain game, you can only buy one at a time, and it's like minimum £1,000, and that's on the FIFA official resale site.
I mean, there's the England supporters group, right? That
yes.
They will go. If you go through the proper channels, you will get tickets, and you will get them at face value. But like I said, that seems that pool's going to be very small.
Yeah, and the fact, I think it's the fact that FIFA on their own resale site, do you know what I mean, are not selling them at face value.
Yeah, it stinks, mate.
It's absolutely horrendous, isn't it? You're just pricing out the actual fans who want to go and see the biggest World Cup ever.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll see what happens there. Back page of the Eye, 100 up for Haaland. Striker reached the century mark in record time. 111 games he's done. That's 13 quicker than Alan Shearer.
Yeah, 13 quicker than Alan Shearer, 124 for Shearer, 111 for Haaland. What can you say? He's just an absolute machine at goal scoring, and he's sort of adapted his game almost this season as well from maybe the Haaland we've seen over the last couple of seasons, where he sort of just basically stands in the box essentially and waits for the ball. But I think this season we've seen a bit of a different Haaland, a bit more of the Dortmund Haaland, who is aggressive and running in behind. And when he's doing that, he's kind of unstoppable, really. And that was a great goal today. I mean, to get to his 100th one, I mean, he'd already missed a good chance as well. Foden had played him through. He went 1-on-1. He hit the post. Could have easily been disappointed, but he knows that he's going to get another chance to score. And he knows that when it comes, he is going to score, because that is what he does. He's just a phenomenal goal scorer. And if he stays in the Premier League for, I don't know, however more long, he's going to obliterate Alan Shearer's record.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroy it. Obviously, he needs to stay injury-free as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, he needs to stay injury-free as well.
But I don't know whether he's going to stay as long as that,
No, that is the thing, isn't it?
I don't know, mate.
But he did sign a massive new contract.
I don't know where he goes.
There's only one place he goes.
Real Madrid. Well, they got Mbappe.
Real Madrid.
And Mbappe's, he's not going to go and play second fiddle to Mbappe.
No, cool, no, he won't. No other place.
So, unless you move Mbappe to the left and you go, right, we're going to bring in Haaland, I just don't know I just don't know where there's no other club that can afford him.
No.
Right, and there's no other club that can give him the platform to be what he is. Man City are that club in the Premier League for him.
They are.
Yeah.
So, and I think Real Madrid, you go there and it's It's the Mbappe show.
Yeah, that Mbappe suggestion's interesting because we did talk a couple of weeks ago about Vinicius Junior potentially leaving Real Madrid next summer, going to Saudi Arabia because he's unhappy. He's not going to sign a new contract at the moment. So, if he did leave and there was a space in the left, Mbappe moved over there, then there would be a space up front. And could Real Madrid come in with what would have to be a world record bid for Haaland?
Yeah.
Who knows?
He's got to want to go as well.
Yeah, I don't know if he does.
We'll see.
Unai Emery reveals Ollie Watkins been battling a knee injury.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Watkins having a really bad start of the season. We've been on 13 Premier League games, 1 Premier League goal. But he's actually revealed that Watkins has been dealing with knee pain since the start of last season. So we're talking well over a year, August 2024. And then he's saying, in this same interview, he said he needs rest. So he was like, okay, I'm not trying to play him as much. But then he was equally like, but he can play, and he'll be playing soon, and he'll be scoring goals again soon.
Yeah.
He was like, does he need surgery? Emery said no, but equally, I don't know. I feel like with these pain things, is it just a case of you just get an injection?
Yeah, but you can get an injection, but that's only masking the pain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he might have a problem that you can manage, but people forget people don't see what's going on day to day with how he's feeling. He's coming in. He might not be able to train at full tilt. All fans see is Ollie Watkins when he plays on a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And they go, he don't look at it. He looks a bit. He don't look. He looks half a yard off it. Well, that's because maybe now we've found out that he's struggling with an injury, and this is what people forget. People don't know what goes on day to day with these players.
It makes sense if he's got a little. If
he's got a nick and he's got a niggle and he's carrying it and he might be having a couple of cortisone injections or whatever, and but that can only last so long, and it catches up with you, and you start doubting yourself, you start doubting your knee, you start doubting your running, and then all of a sudden your performances drop, and everyone goes, "Oh, Ollie Watkins, he's gone, he's not playing well. What's happened to him?" Well, he's got an injury. He's carrying it. He's trying to put himself out there for the team.
Exactly, that's what you're saying. He's putting him outside of the team. He's been doing it for so long. I mean, think about when John Duran left in January. He was their only striker.
Yeah.
And he did everything he could to get Aston Villa into the Champions League, and they just missed out, to be fair, on the final day. So Watkins still had a very good season despite going through all this pain. Yeah, he's struggling now, but as you say, he's gone through the pain. He's going through the pain barrier every day for his team. Maybe it should be a case of actually the club and him take a decision of like, okay, we're going to actually try and fix this problem.
It normally gets to that point where you go, as a player, you go, I can't keep doing
it's
this.
World Cup year, right? So
I know.
What's not? If you're going to have it, you would have thought, whatever it is, we don't know what damage is.
If he was going to have it, and then what? We don't know yet. If he's got a nick in his meniscus, whatever, we don't know. But he's getting to that point where he's going to have to just deal with it and carry on and get